What is going on, guys? My name is Warhammer. Welcome to another video. Now today we are taking high elves against dwarfs. Now this is my latest high elf modification of my original build, but I think this one is almost the way I like it. So I'm gonna actually introduce my army first. So I have one great eagle, and I have another one and a Laria on eagle as well. So 3 eagles, and I'm not sure whether this is a tournament legal, but apparently you can pick that on Nether. And then Star of Avalon, I can count on Shield of Thorns. Now this is a new spell I'm testing, and it will show in this game. And then I have Earthblood, Shield Stone of Isha, Shield of Sapphire, Life Bloom, pretty mandatory stuff. And now I have 2 Lobos, one at each flank, and I brought a noble with Armor of the Stars, and the other one I believe is here, and he has got Armor of Stars as well. And also I brought Sacred Incense, which basically is a 40-meter radius plus 12 missile resistance, which is incredible because you guys will see how exactly it's gonna perform. And this guy, I didn't bring it. Now for the infantry, I have 2 Swordmasters on this flank. They're just gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Look at them just chilling and just grabbing this long sword, and yeah, it's just looking gorgeous. And then I have White Knights of Trace. Of course, White Knights are one of the most iconic high elf troops, and yeah, the shoulder play is definitely amazing. And then this is actually an alternate formation with spears and lions. So all I think I have 3 lions. There you go, 2 spears and 2 swordmasters, and that's it. That's my army. Now let's jump into my opponent's army. He's obviously playing dwarfs, and he's got 2 cannons. He's got Orthodox Raiders. He's got Colors 1, 2, 3. So pretty strong range pocket here. It consists of Orthodox Raiders, 2 cannons, and 2 Colors. And then at the back, 2 Slayers, one of them being Dragonback Slayers. These guys are actually amazing. Like, the tattoos are just always amazing to watch. And they're sitting in the water at the moment. I'm not too sure. I wish to comment one thing here. You don't really want to park all your units in the water because they're gonna get a melee stats, the debuff. A better location to park your armor would be maybe here. But anyways, let's continue introducing. And then for the front line, we have non-beards, miners. These are all with blasting charges, which is very good, especially for dwarf front line. Those blasting charges can actually do work against the knight armored spears, and also can dish out fairly good damage onto knights and swordmasters. And then for the second row, he has got Dwarf Warriors with Great Weapon, rank 1, non-beards again, and non-beards on the side, non-beards in the center, Dwarf Warriors here. So again, multiple layer of infantry line, always a very good choice. And also he has got Dwarf Warriors to cover pretty much all, Dwarf Warriors and Slayers to cover all of these range units, which is nice as well. And now let's see exactly how this is going to play out. Alright, so right now basically Dwarf is not going to move because they had 2 cannons, and right now cannon is almost going to fire. There you go, that's the first volley coming right onto my swordmasters. The goal here is actually to get swordmasters in the line with minimum casualties. But the thing is, they already took a very decent volley from 2 cannons. There's gonna be more volleys coming, but I should have just maybe slide them away to the left a little bit so they're not exposed. There you go, that's some great shots from the cannon. The Swordmasters of Hoeth actually taking a beating. Anyways, now Eagles are moving in, and then Eagles are a little bit hesitating. I popped Uncanny Conduit on Alaria, and then I saw these guys maybe quite shortly. And this Eagle is coming in as well. Nobles, okay, I'm gonna slow down things a little bit. Right now, as you can see, the armor of the star actually got popped, and Lobo is now stock and unspottable. Unspottable trait is really OP, which means as long as Noble is not engaged in melee, my opponent can't see them. This is huge. Like this is what Zach actually told me, that the notion of invisible Noble chariots. Like I was like, what? And then they explained the scenario, and then I was like, wow, this is amazing, and I got to try this, and here we go, I'm trying it. Now I believe Eagles are coming in, and the Eagles are targeting the cannon. There you go. Slayers are moving in, same as the Balaga Hammer, and Alaria is actually got onto those Othar Raiders, which is okay. And here, this Eagle actually, so I popped Shield of Thorns, and Alaria is actually doing the 360 spin at the moment, which is exactly what Eagles do great. And this Eagle is actually doing the spin as well. So this Eagle actually take a lot of beating, even though I casted Shield Thrones, and on top of that I casted Star of Avalon as well, but it's just still dying. But now Nobles are coming in, and yeah, Nobles are engaged those colors. Nara is still just taking a spin here, and this Noble is coming in here as well. There you go. Got onto the Othar Raiders. And that Eagle actually got routed. I believe he's gonna come back at some point. There you go. And now, basically, Nobles and Alaria just need to rotate between all these units. And just basically, because meanwhile, while all this is happening, in the center pocket here, my infantry line is actually engaging in. But as you can see, the blasting charge is amazing. Oh my gosh, that's like half health from the white lines gone. Like I didn't know that it's like this. This is something really just showing that those blasting charges are so great. And then this Eagle is gonna get put back in. Swordmasters are actually made into the line quite healthy, which is nice. And I still got 2 flanking white lines hit in this side, about to pour in from the right flank. And in the center, Nobles and Alaria are still just doing work. What's the other Eagle? Oh, did the other Eagle die? I totally missed that. Well, I guess the other Eagle actually got killed. So the routing Eagle actually came back. So where's the corpse of that Eagle? Oh, there you go. That Eagle is actually got shattered. Yeah, that Eagle is out of the map. Wow. She's not coming back. And then I'm gonna slow down things and put my camera here. See those Longbeards actually gonna get charged in the back by those Swordmasters. There you go. Oh my gosh. They're gonna suffer a lot against Swordmasters of Power. And then, again, Nobles, again I popped Shield of Thorns, just basically give everything in the center more defense and also weapon strength. And meanwhile, because keep in mind that right now, even though all the out layer are engaged in melee, but in the center, all I got are these SEMs, which means single entities. So I still got 2 Great Eagles and 2 Nobles, and they are currently occupying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, including Belaga the Ironhammer, 12 units. And finally, they bought enough time for this White Knight unit and this Swordmaster unit to just basically get in here from the rear, which is devastating for dwarfs. And the spears are holding strong against manners. Dwarf with great weapon, and together with the mana is killing my spearsmen. And these White Knights are actually doing okay, even though they took a lot of blasting charge damage, but they're actually doing okay in these manners. And let's put back to normal speed. And chariots are just still ping-ponging like through the ranks, in between the slayers and all these range units. And then the Great Eagle and Alara is just basically doing this this spin move, which is exactly what we bring this Great Eagles for, because when they do the spin, they're not really taking any damage, which is nice. And now, there you go, there's another. Oh, that's actually the Belaga Ironhammer's Revenge Incarnate. Alright, and then I charge Alaria and the Lobo at the back of those Dwarf arrays. And then in the center pocket here, right now, Dwarf center pocket actually got occupied, because I have 1 healthy White Knights and 1 healthy Swordmasters actually made into the range department here. But here, this Lobo actually got peppered down really hard by 2 Slayers, including Dragonbacks, and together with Belaga the Ironhammer. And right now, that Belaga Ironhammer is actually doing a lot of damage. Man, that's 600-ish weapon strengths. It's no joke. So I quickly pull my Noble away. Alara is helping the Spearsmen to fight those miners, same as these Lobos. And then I still just need to kite a little bit, kite the Slayers a little bit with my Lobo Chariot. And then let my Swordmasters here to do work. Like, if these Swordmasters actually got onto the Dragonbacks, they're gonna just do work. And now, I basically just gathered everybody in the center here, and just popped the Star of Avalon, and I got 2 Chariots, Alaria and a Great Eagle here. They're all fighting these Dragonbacks. And also I popped Shield of Thorns, I think. Yeah, that was Shield of Thorns. So far I really like that spell. I think that spell really just basically, okay, that's the game. Now let's look into the scorecard. So basically I believe Shield of Thorns really worth it, because it really just that extra 25% of physical resistance really paid off. Now let's see. Alaria did okay. Again, bring Eagles and Alaria, you don't really expect them to perform that well in melee and kill those models. They're basically just there to annoy Dwarf back 9 range units. Nobles are the real killer, and they're actually competing with each other. One of them got 143 kills and the other one got 146, which both are insane. Very strong. One of my Spearman unit actually got completely wiped out and only 6 kills. It's really bad. The other one got 32, okay-ish. 9s didn't perform that well, but keep in mind that 2 of them were still quite healthy, and they're gonna rack up more kills. And the Swordmasters did really good, especially this one here. They actually punched a hole in the center, and you're always gonna expect Swordmasters to perform really well against Dwarves. Now let's jump into my opponent's army. Belaga was basically targeting my single entities the entire game. That's why he's not really racking up that many kills. Again, minus blasting charges actually performed really well that game and did a lot of damage, a lot of hit point damage onto my front line. Dwarf 1 kill, well, not really paying for themselves. Dwarf with great weapon actually did fantastic this game, and they racked up. They racked up the most kills on the roster, and they're still quite healthy. I think they were fighting spears. And then non-beers did okayish, but most of them were on the flank or in the center, and they're just basically getting charged around by those single entities. Dragonbacks and Slayers, they shattered. They managed to shatter one of the eagle, which is good, but they really didn't perform that well. Same as these colors, 3 units of colors, 0 kill. That's just showing that you really need a answer, otherwise your range unit is really just gonna struggle. Cannons did really good early damage onto my Swordmasters, but after that they just basically got occupied and just died slowly. Orthodox Raiders got focused really hard by me because I know that a couple volleys from these bad boys, one of my SEM is just gonna go. So basically, Orthodox Raiders are my focus, are my top priority besides the cannons. So yeah, that was a very exciting game, and I really want to show you guys before the DLC hits, because keep in mind that when you guys see this video, it's gonna after the DLC already live. But the thing is, I'm recording this before the DLC actually hits, which means later if I post either High Elf against Dwarf build or maybe Daoyi against High Elf build, this video is gonna be a reference, because before the DLC, all these guys, especially Belaga, they can really get bullied by SEMs. But after the DLC, I suppose CA tried to make them really good, and they're not gonna just get pushed around them that often. But it still remains to be tested, I feel like. And yeah, that's it about this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.